you know, and in just
right, and in other words, it doesn't go up straight like that. It
yeah,
can bend.
it bend.
Can bend over.
It's
quite a
very,
bit.
very tall coconut
So he
tree.
couldn't see what was at the base of the tree.
Yeah, and he cannot hear because it's quite far below, right? So
It's that far.
that's how far. I told
Right.
you it's 20, maybe from there to the end, quite long.
Well, like that. If you took that and stood it up.
Yeah, so it's quite long. So now, in just a blink of eyes, and it's already in front of motorcycle. So it's, you know, if we didn't stop, that coconut, the moment we stop, that's where the coconut from the tree fall. In just a matter of
So
time.
it just missed you.
It's just a second, you know. It's just a second. So I said to my my driver also, you know, the one who drive the motorcycle. I said, you know, we're very lucky because if we didn't stop, if we don't have guidance, if we didn't been protected, we already been in ICU, comatose. Because imagine the fall of the coconut, that the what do you call that? The heavy and the pores, you know.
Yes, that's the formula, I believe. The heavy.
Yeah.
Body.
Yes. And even though we have a helmet, it still affect our brain.
It affected your brain.
You know. And then that's
I knew there must be an explanation, honey.
you know, it affect the nerve on my brain, my little brain. So something like that. So just I just thought, oh my God. You know, it's just a challenge.
Do you remember when we first came to Ball, and it was in Nanai's old house we were staying,
Yeah.
and you had that little comfort room, a little toilet or a privy outside, and it was under a coconut tree, and once a coconut fell from the tree and it went straight through the roof of the toilet into the toilet.
Yeah.
If you can imagine that for a moment, you're sitting there doing your business and a coconut comes through the roof, that would bring tears to your eyes, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
So that's why. So I said to my accompanying, you know, the driver. I
And
said
she said to Mia,
no, the other, no, the different, the other,
this was the other lady.
the other agent,
I thought it was Mia.
the other agent. So I said, you know what? If it's just a few, it's just a blink of eyes, we will be in ICU, comatose, you know. And then that's the first incident this week. And then the other day, we went to Carmen. You know, you know, because I need to get some papers there. And then when we come home, it's been raining in the last few days. You know, not heavy rain. Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's only small drops, but enough to make the road, or the, what do you call that? The other side of the road that is not cemented, muddy. So when we come home, which is somewhere here in Burgos, you know, Mia trying to overtake the big truck, you know, and then she didn't realize that there's a motorcycle coming in from the front, and it's already very drive very fast. That tricycle driver didn't even give way for us. So Mia,
Well, that's because you pulled out to overtake
but she knows.
without being able to see whether he was coming. So that must have been almost at the brow of the hill.
No, he knows that we're overtaking. I don't know. He
No,
didn't
never
give
mind
way.
what he knows. I'm talking about what the driver of your bike should know.
No, we should going down. So everybody saw us. Everybody see each other.
Then,
But nobody
then
gave way.
why did you overtake if you saw the tricycle
Because
coming?
I think Mia also thinking that the
You
tricycle,
didn't say it was Mia. Oh, this was the other one.
the other accident. You know, she thought that the tricycle will also give way for us because she knows that we're overtaking. You know, so now the tricycle drive very fast. So what we did is Mia is trying to go on the side, in a wrong side.
And they couldn't get back in their own lane.
Yeah, in the
so
other
they
lane.
went over onto the hard shoulder of the opposite
The
lane.
opposite lane, and it's muddy.
And it's dirt.
It's dirt, it's muddy, and the motorcycle do the And I sit inside saddle because it's very long trip to Carmen. So I said somewhere in Daguhoy, somewhere in San Miguel, I'll change. I'm sitting saddle because my body's aching. So that's where we got an accident there, and it's just a traumatized. My leg is still painful, but you know, put an ice on it, it's getting better. So yeah, it's the same with the one when I fall in San Miguel. I'm just glad that the bus drives slow. Good job, driver. So that's what happened. So it's just kind of interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting, you know. The guy, and then interesting, and that's the important. Before you go, before you left on your house, you need to pray for guidance to cover yourself, because even though there's small fall, it's part of the journey, right? So yeah, that's what is. So I said to Terence, you know what, this finding land for sale or having this, you know, getting some lands, trying to get some additional income. If it's not dogs come after me, barking. Barking is a coconut tree that fall. If not, I fall on the bike. You know. So I said to Terence, when should I could harvest all the fruits of my sacrifices, of my labor.
It would be nice if you will live to see the commission.
You know, I just wanted to help. You know, as much as I can. I just wanted to help our financial status. You know, and able to do what we can.
Honey, you took that other job to relieve some of the pressure, right?
Yeah.
So you were under pressure and you took the other job of trying to sell land as a way of relieving the pressure.
Yeah.
And in English, there is an English saying that what you did was you went from the frying pan to the fire.
Yeah, but at least
She
on.
didn't listen to
Yeah,
that.
I understand what you mean. In other words,
You-
from one pressure to the next one.
Right.
But the other thing on this, I will have a commission of 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, and I could give you some.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, I could give you some money to buy you a jeans, to buy you a shoes,
To buy my jeans,
Yeah.
to buy my
to buy
shoes.
to buy you a new T-shirt, you know, to something like that. You know, and at the same time to buy some hollow block, to buy some paint
What are you going to use the hollow block for, honey?
at the back to
To do
finish
what?
the swimming pool.
The wall?
The
or
wall.
Or the pool?
The pool, you know. So yeah, and at the same time to help what we can to do what we can on what we have. Yeah. So
See, this is one of the reasons. This goes into another subject of how foreigners get very much caught into the problem. They get up involved in the problem of how much they should support their new extended family, and they tend to focus on that, and always it seems like they're going from the viewpoint of the Filipino giving nothing, that it's all the money of the foreigner, which of course for us it was never that way. For one thing, Beth didn't marry me for my money because, as I've said on many occasions, right at that time I would have had to save up just to be broke. So we felt that we were the same. We were able to live modestly without working, but then we started to work on our channel and on to providing help for the less fortunate. And the channel grew, and grew very, very quickly, so we had income from that as well as from my pensions. So it was never a case of the foreigner providing everything. It just didn't work out that way.